Hello! We're back! I got my dream job and a cat! Things are going pretty well. Is my roof leaking? Seapalsworld.com was a series of stuffed animals that could connect to the internet and sort of a precursor to the Toys to Life concept. It was developed by Russ Berry Company in partnership with Ripley's Aquarium. Other than that, it was basically just a glorified Webkinz ripoff, but part of its profits went to marine life conservation. Webkinz, do you hate the environment? As the child of two teachers, I would often get the education-focused knockoffs of popular toys, but unfortunately, because it wasn't as popular as Webkinz, it wasn't preserved very well. So, let's dive in to the mystery of a beloved but forgotten online world. Seapalsworld was originally released in 2008, and these adorable little fishbowl packages, I love these. You could really see the passion that the designers had for this project. The original series released with 10 finger puppets: the reef shark, the manta ray, the clownfish, the bannerfish, the angelfish, the pink anemone, the purple tang, the blue lobster, the sea turtle, and my favorite, the seahorse. I had this when I was a kid. He was my boy. They were all designed to be like semi-accurate to the actual animal, with some cutesification added in, which made the fact that they doubled as finger puppets just kind of weird, because you'd have to put your finger up the fish's... Yeah. They never actually explained why they were finger puppets, but I think it was just a way to stand out from Webkinz, because they were smaller, but they also had a level of quality that Webkinz didn't have, and the fact that they had glass eyeballs just made them feel a little higher of quality. Unfortunately, if you tried to sleep with one of these as a kid, you would roll over onto the glass eyeball and like suffer the consequences. So very quickly I learned that it was supposed to go on my nightstand. You would get a code with your Seapal, which would allow you to log into a website and upload your fish to a virtual aquarium. This aquarium was like a weird version of a Tamagotchi because it was super complicated, where you had to measure everything out in your water perfectly or else your Seapal would get sick. Look at all these dials. Kids love dials. This will make a splash with their audience. Once you're done taking care of your tank, you can head out into the open ocean and explore 3 different locations. You have Pirates Cove, Atlantis, and LA in about 5 years. While there, you can look for treasure chests, which would allow you to earn pro points, as well as participate in minigames, which would allow you to earn more points. Clicking around the website, there would be different pop-ups, which would have ocean facts, which would add to the educational feel of the game. Meanwhile, each location had different minigames, which would correlate to the location. So in Atlantis, you had a weightlifting game. In Pirates Cove, you had like a little stealth 2D platformer, and you had a minimum wage job in LA. Also, the music didn't have to go this hard. You had the login screen. The action-packed 2D platformer. This song. Not all of them can hit. Even Beethoven had a couple misses. Once you've collected enough pro points, you can buy different items in the shop, which you could then decorate your Seapad with. This is a place where you can invite friends over to have parties. Unfortunately, I was the only person in my town with a Seapal. They didn't really flood the market of northern BC. So this is kind of a smaller video because there's not a whole lot of information left about this game. What little I could find was pieced together from their original blog, a couple mummy blogs that did advertisements for them, and some really low quality clips from YouTube. And that's about it. There's not a whole lot there. And it's interesting because this is lost media from my childhood. I clearly remember playing this game and enjoying it, but you can't find it anymore after the death of Flash Player. Which is sad because the developers worked really hard on this project. You could see the love and care that they put into it. They even released a Series 2 of plushies before the game launched. And a lot of these plushie designs were really cool. But I think that's part of the problem. They focused on really weird areas of development. Like they have an entire complicated tank simulator, but only 4 Flash games, which compared to the hundreds of Flash games that Webkinz had, it just couldn't hold a candle to the fun and joy that I enjoyed playing with Webkinz. Like, I begged my parents to buy me a Webkinz so I could play Cash Cow. I didn't beg my parents to buy me a Seapal so I could play this. Especially because Papa's Pizzeria did it better. And while traveling to different locations was a neat idea, you didn't need both the Seapad and the aquarium. Having two homes just isn't nearly as much fun as your parents make it out to be. I'm filming a video. I should also mention the fact that Raspberry did in fact have a more popular Webkinz clone called Shining Stars. This time they partnered with the International Star Registry, and it was more of a blatant rip-off of Webkinz, but this time with lore.
Golden Lab explains that Dark Star will stop at nothing to keep all 24 shining stars from coming together. When we do, we'll form a constellation, and Dark Star will never be able to stop us from shining ever again. Oh no! It's Dark Star!
I won't delve into the game too much because I never played it as a kid, but in 2011, Raspberry Company went through Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and unfortunately both games were closed down. However, you can still play Shining Star through a DS game, which just goes to show that physical media is important to keeping these old games alive. Because Seapalsworld feels like a fever dream.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
God damn it! Okay, I need to go before I catch that.